Hello there, I'm Jim Cunningham, host of the Classical QED Morning Show, the voice of the nationally syndicated Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra broadcast, a proud Pittsburgher, and your guide through an extraordinary journey of art and light. Prepare to be dazzled as I lead you on Beautifully Lit, a self-guided tour through the Mellon Square district and beyond, where mesmerizing installations and dynamic artworks illuminate the heart of downtown Pittsburgh. This isn't just a tour, it's an adventure that celebrates the vibrant soul of our city through light, color, and creativity. At each stop, you'll meet the artists and local experts who bring these stunning pieces to life, sharing the inspiration and stories that make each work a true reflection of Pittsburgh's unique energy and spirit. Our first destination on Beautifully Lit is Aurora, a breathtaking creation by artist Joshua Challen Ice. Let's dive into its brilliance and discover the magic of Pittsburgh's art scene, one light at a time. Let's listen to Josh share more about Aurora.
Welcome to Aurora. My name is Joshua Challen Ice, and I'm the artist that designed Aurora for Mellon Square Park. Aurora is an immersive light installation designed to transform this historic urban space into a vibrant display of color, motion, and interaction. Here are the key details about the project. This installation was conceived and created by myself, Joshua Challen Ice, an installation and sculpture artist recognized for transforming public spaces through dynamic, interactive designs. The work reflects a dedication to integrating art with architecture and engaging people through movement and light. Aurora consists of hundreds of diamond-shaped panels arranged in a striking argyle pattern inspired by the terrazzo design of Mellon Square's ground. These panels shift colors in response to the wind or the touch of visitors. They are supported by an undulating truss structure that forms flowing ribbons and archways, some soaring over 25 feet high. The installation is on view from November through January, aligning with the holiday season, but designed to transcend traditional seasonal themes. Its focus is on light as a universal symbol of warmth and transformation during the darker, colder months. Mellon Square Park in downtown Pittsburgh serves as the setting for Aurora. The installation weaves through the park's pathways and trees, creating a dynamic interplay between the artwork and the existing architectural and natural features. The purpose of this installation is to reimagine public space, encouraging moments of reflection, wonder, and interaction. Light and motion were chosen as central elements to create a universally accessible experience that fosters a sense of connection. By inviting direct engagement, the work blurs the boundary between art and audience, encouraging the visitors to see their surroundings in new and unexpected ways. Thank you for visiting Aurora, the illumination of Mellon Square Park. This project aims to provide an enriching, interactive experience for all who pass through this iconic space.
Hello, I'm Rachel Klepa, Program Manager of Education at ShiftWorks Community and Public Arts. I'll be talking with you today about the Puddler. The Puddler stands as a striking emblem of the industrial era, capturing both the grit and the ideals associated with labor during a transformative period in American history. The 26-foot-tall glass artwork not only honors the arduous work of puddlers, who skillfully converted pig iron into wrought iron, but also reflects a broader narrative prevalent in the 1930s and 1940s. These decades were marked by an emphasis on labor and production as symbols of resilience and national identity, particularly during the Great Depression and the lead-up to World War II. Designed by Harriton Carved Glass Company of New York, the Puddler incorporated innovative materials and techniques of its time, including a rotary motor and integrated neon lights, which created a dynamic effect reminiscent of the puddling process. The glowing pinkish and white lights suggest movement and heat, animating the figure and evoking the intense environment of an ironworks. Visitors should note that its neon lights, which once animated the stirring of pig iron, may not be functioning. Reports suggest that these lights have been inactive for at least 2 years, leaving the glass figure in an unlit state that contrasts with its original dynamic intent. The Puddler's origins remain somewhat enigmatic, with conflicting accounts about its installation date, either 1939 or 1942, tied to renovations of the building at 300 6th Avenue. Its commission, while not well documented, may reflect the zeitgeist of New Deal-era art, which celebrated labor and productivity. The focus on the idealized worker, depicted as physically robust and effortlessly skilled, underscores themes of industrial strength and American perseverance, a recurring motif in the art funded by programs such as the Works Progress Administration. These works aim to inspire confidence and unity during times of economic and social instability. The Puddler also offers a poignant reminder of the costs of labor. Puddlers, despite their expertise, faced grueling and hazardous conditions that often led to premature death, highlighting a stark contrast between the idealized imagery of labor and the harsh realities workers endured. Through its monumental scale and symbolic resonance, the Puddler serves as a testament to a bygone era of industrial might and the cultural values that shaped its representation. While its specific commissioning context may be unclear, its enduring presence invites reflection on the intersections of art, labor, and history in Pittsburgh.
My name is Irvin Rethel. I'm the artist who created the installation Flow on the facade of Wood Street Galleries. The installation uses a grid of red LEDs to showcase basic variations of linear vertical wave patterns. The work continues my exploration of the aesthetic language of minimal art in the context of new media technologies. It is important to note that my use of media technologies is not screen-based. A quintessential parameter of the work is the movement of the body in relationship to the movement of the artwork's LED wave patterns. Situating the work outside of a gallery or museum context in the public sphere allows the installation to interact with the urban ambience of downtown Pittsburgh. The cars driving by, the traffic lights, buses arriving and departing from Wood Street bus stop, and even the subway down below, all those vectors communicate with the light installation. Every moment frames the work in a different context: dusk, night, and dawn, clouds, rain, and snow. Every moment is unique and asks to be enjoyed for its precious singularity.
Hiya, I'm Matthew Falcone, and while I mostly work in historic preservation, my background is in stained glass, especially that of the Middle Ages. Today, the term Gothic, to us, conjures visions of darkness, foreboding, and eeriness. But 800 years ago, Gothic design was all about light. Gothic started outside of Paris, in the Abbey of Saint-Denis, and over time, stonemasons, builders, and glaziers perfected a new form of architecture that allowed for solid stone walls to be punctured by massive multi-story windows, exactly like what we see here at First Presbyterian. What's before you is the Willett Window, named after a nationally renowned stained glass firm who designed and created it. For Willett, it was their first attempt at a large-scale ecclesiastical window, and it's clear from the layout, subject matter, and tracery they were drawing direct inspiration from Northern European cathedrals and stained glass windows of the late Gothic era. To understand why they made this choice, we need to delve into the head of someone from the Middle Ages. To the medieval mindset, light was synonymous with the divine. We see this in paintings and illustrations of the Annunciation, when the Virgin Mary is visited by the Archangel Gabriel and told she's with child. In these paintings, it's common to see rays of light coming in through the window, carrying a small baby Jesus or dove, representing the Holy Ghost. So, to people of this time, stained glass windows were a lens to focus divine light, to strengthen people, saints, and stories relevant to the faith. Stained glass also had a practical purpose: to bring in the only large-scale interior lighting available. Large windows meant more light, and including colorful illustrations in the windows meant you no longer had to paint the walls and ceilings, as a wet environment and paint don't mix. Stained glass windows were a tailor-made art form for Northern Europe, which is cold, gray, and wet, just like Pittsburgh. What's a bit unusual about this piece, though, is its presence in a Presbyterian church. Large stained glass windows were a common feature in Catholic churches and in some Protestant denominations, like the Episcopalian Church, where there was an emphasis on creating a sumptuous interior that made you feel like you'd stepped into heaven. The Presbyterian Church, in contrast, placed more of a focus on scripture, community, preaching, and music. And these values remain prominent here at First Presbyterian Church, as when we walk inside, the stained glass windows are but a backdrop to the choir lofts and the organ. What is exceptional about this lighting is that for the first time in over a century, the light will radiate from within the building to share this window with all of us. What was once exclusively accessible to the congregation has been, with the flip of a switch, made accessible to all, inviting us to engage with the shapes, colors, and iconography that is the fabric of the Willett window.
Hello and good evening. My name is Rob Long. I'm an artist and lighting designer based in Pittsburgh, and I'm here in your ear, on your phone, to tell you a little bit about my work in the Coffee Way Shadow Gallery. My creative practice revolves around lighting design, photography, and visual storytelling, and my professional work bridges all of these disciplines. I'm an artist who really thinks about light and the impact that light can have on a person's mood, outlook, or impression of a time or place. I've created lighting designs for buildings, bridges, and other public spaces, all with an eye toward the experience of the individual audience member who's looking for something that they can see and feel, and maybe create a bit of magic that elevates their perception of the world around them. This is the spirit of my artistic practice. In 2024, the Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership engaged my firm, Clear Story, to develop a concept for a new public artwork in Coffee Way, an urban lighting intervention in downtown Pittsburgh. We created an idea called the Shadow Gallery, a new public artwork between 6th Avenue and Strawberry Way. The installation has two distinct and interconnected elements. The first is a series of illuminated light boxes situated in some of the historic window openings of the Duquesne Club, where large format images are displayed, injecting color and visual texture into the space. The second element is an outdoor theatrical lighting system that projects color, movement, and texture into the space, animating and softening the corners and edges of the alleyway and its utilitarian features. For this installation, I wanted to include a series of images that resonated with the historic neighborhood district. One of my personal favorite places nearby is Mellon Square Park, designed by landscape architects Simons and Simons in 1955. The unique triangular paving pattern served as an inspiration for both the shadow lighting projection effect and two of the photographic images in the light boxes, which express an abstracted stained glass form and structure. The other images in the light boxes are original light-based photographs taken in and around downtown Pittsburgh, interpretations of authentic, changing light in our urban landscape. The Shadow Gallery is intended to create an experiential conversation between the patterns of light projection across the surfaces of the alley and the images contained within the light boxes. The project is also designed to be a dynamic platform for visual artists, one in which the content of both the light projection and the light boxes will change occasionally and feature the work of regional artists that emphasizes light, line, and color, offering wide-ranging possibilities for interaction with the public realm. The window light boxes are illuminated and always a visual presence, which adds creative color and texture to the alley, day or night. The theatrical lighting effects turn on from sunset until 2 a.m. every day, adding another layer to experience in this transitional urban space. Thanks for listening and exploring the Shadow Gallery and other downtown light-based artworks.
Hello, I'm Rachel Kliepa, Program Manager of Education at ShiftWorks Community and Public Arts. I'll be talking with you today about 168 light bulbs. Jim Campbell's 168 light bulbs is a fascinating example of the intersection of art, technology, and mathematics. Installed in 2001 above the entrance to Wood Street Galleries as part of Campbell's solo exhibition Time Plus Data, this LED-based work pays homage to Claude Shannon, the father of information theory. The piece reflects Campbell's expertise in electrical engineering and mathematics. The installation uses 168 LED light bulbs to create a low-resolution, distorted image of Shannon's face. Campbell's process is technically complex. He recorded an image, digitized its visual data, and streamed it through a custom-built system of circuit boards and software. By reducing the resolution, Campbell challenges viewers to decode the image. The piece offers a dynamic experience. Viewed up close, it seems like a pattern of abstract light. From across the street, the face of Shannon becomes clear. This shift in perception encourages viewers to consider how data and visual information transform through context and perspective. When observing 168 light bulbs, take your time. Its brilliance lies in its ability to remind us how technology, art, and human perception are intertwined.
Welcome to the Three Sisters Light Installation, a project produced by me, Michaela Wunna, my colleague Marcus Red, and our organization, Rainbow Serpent, which creates work at the intersection of multimedia art, traditional African spirituality, and emerging tech. For many indigenous cultures across America, the Three Sisters refers to the crops, squash, corn, and beans, which flourish when grown in close proximity. Across the globe, from Nigeria to Brazil, the Three Sisters are associated with the Yoruba goddesses Oya, Oshun, and Yemaya. The Three Sisters light installation fuses these narratives with Pittsburgh history, with each bridge representing one crop and one goddess. As you embark on this walking tour, you are invited to experience the stories behind the lights and the powerful narratives they illuminate. Stop 1. Roberto Clemente Bridge. Standing at the Roberto Clemente Bridge, let yourself be immersed in the serene blues and soft greens that ripple across its structure. This bridge honors Yemaya, a humanitarian figure like Clemente, known for his international charity work, and the Yoruba goddess of the sea, motherhood, and nurturing. This bridge is also paired with squash from the Native American Three Sisters crops. The blue lights mimic the undulating waves of the ocean, representing Yemaya's calm yet powerful presence. You will also see green lights that represent the protective canopy provided by squash leaves, which keep the soil sheltered and moist. Subsequently, blue lights will pulse and contract, mimicking the growth of the squash plant. Stop 2. Andy Warhol Bridge. Next, at the Andy Warhol Bridge, named after the renowned artist, you will find a palette of greens and yellows that represent Oshun, the goddess of beauty, art, and luxury, and corn, the life-giving crop central to Native American agriculture. You will see several corn plants grow and sway in the wind, which resonates with Oshun's playfulness and joyful spirit. Beautiful specks of gold will fill in, and the mature corn stalks will shine in their full glory. Stop 3. Rachel Carson Bridge. Finally, the Rachel Carson Bridge, named after the important environmental activist, is bathed in dramatic reds and purples to evoke the transformative power of Oya, the goddess of storms and change, and beans that fix nitrogen to make nutrients available for the Three Sisters plants. There will be a variety of scenes to enjoy here, including the growth of a root network emerging from seeds and vines that curl and spiral upward. Also, pay attention to the dynamic flashes of lightning that streak across the structure, which dramatize the intensity of a storm and the energy of transformation. Finale. At the close of the show, you will see a large rainbow serpent that snakes its way down and across all 3 bridges. This figure ties these bridges together and encourages you to reflect on how they interact as a unified story. The Three Sisters is a celebration of interdependence among crops, communities, and cultures. It bridges the past and present, inviting you to consider the connections between land, spirit, and humanity.
Thank you for joining me on this dazzling adventure. I hope Beautifully Lit has given you a new perspective on the creativity that shines in our city, from the vibrant installations to the inspiring stories and the artists who make it all possible. Each piece we explored reflects the heart and soul of Pittsburgh, reminding us of the beauty that surrounds us every day. As we wrap up, remember that the magic of art and light is always here, waiting for you in the heart of downtown. Until next time, keep looking for the beauty around you and let Pittsburgh's spirit continue to illuminate your world.